Good morning. Hello, friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're having a wonderful year. Happy New Year. All right, so for the first project of 2025, I have decided to use some brand new things that I ordered from Pinkfresh Studios from their clearance section. So I don't know if you know it right now, but there is a huge sale going on at Pinkfresh Studios. Several of their stamps and die sets are less than $10 a piece, so it's definitely worth checking out. And let's go ahead and change our camera view, and I'll show you some of the things that I picked up at the clearance sale. All right, so one of the things that I really love that Pinkfresh has are their washi tapes with matching dies and stamps. Now this particular one, I wasn't able to get the stamp, but it was such a great price that I did go ahead and get the washi tape and the dies. And let's see what this one is called. I grab some glasses so I can see. This one is called Vines and Roses, and it is the one that the leaves are kind of rainbow colored in just a very pretty way. So I've had my eye on that one, so I was really happy when I saw it at such a great price. Another thing that I picked up at the sale were these 3 cover plates, and I was very excited to get those. Now I'm not positive if I got these in the clearance sale or if I picked these up on the Christmas sale, because there was a time when they had things that they had designated as Christmas and had those things on sale. But these are all new to me, and I did get them at a really good price. So this one's called the Floral Backdrop, Floral Tiles, and Intricate Stitched Ovals. But I just love a pretty cover plate that will get that beautiful stitching on your background paper. Now this is something that definitely is in the clearance section. This is the hot foil. These are glimmer plates that put a really fun hexagon shape frame, and they do have matching dies. So this is something that right now you can get at a great price. When I bought it, I paid full price for it. So if you enjoy glimmering, that is something that you can pick up. Now they also have this in other shapes. They have it in circles and with matching dies, and both of these I believe are in the clearance section. All right, the other things I'm going to be using today, and these are not in the clearance section. These are newer, but this is the Happy Vibes Sentiment and the Happy Vibe matching dies. So I'm not sure if this one came as part of a online one of their online, I can't remember what they call theirs, it just went out of my mind, but they have their online retreats and things like that, and they have great products in them. So if you ever have a chance to do one of those, it's definitely worthwhile, but they usually eventually put those things in their shop as well. The only other things I'm using that are not Pinkfresh Studios, I'm pulling in the Spellbinders embossing folder called Floral. And this also I got on clearance. And these Alex Siberia Sentiment hot foil plates. And I do have matching dies for those. And I'm using the Hugs. And I think I tried to use the Hello, but I never got a good impression. So I finally gave up. So, all right, that's what we're going to be using today. Oh, and you know what? There is one other. And for some reason it wasn't in my stack. Let me see. All right, the other thing that I'm using is a butterfly hot foil plate and die from Pinkfresh Studio, and for some reason it wasn't in my stack, so I may have accidentally put it away, but I will point that out to you when we come to the butterflies. Oh, here it is. It was in my stack. I just missed it. So this is a much older set. I don't believe it's offered anymore, but if you have butterflies in your stash, any butterflies would do if you wanted to make cards like I'm doing today. But this, I love it because it hot foils all of them in one pass, and then it die cuts all of them in one pass. So that is a nice way to get lots of different butterflies. And I do like the size of these butterflies. All right. So I have gone ahead and cut some smooth white paper to 4 inches wide, and I've got my washi tape started, and I'm going to try to do this without getting my head in things, but we'll see. When I put this down, I like to leave a little bit of room at the top. Like you see, I left some paper showing here, and that's so when I tape down my die, it's going to be taped on the paper rather than on the washi tape, and I find that that holds it better and keeps my die from moving. So I'm just going to pull that down until I start to see this image. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of a craft knife here and go ahead and cut that across. All right. And again, I'm going to leave some there at the bottom so that I'm able to tape my die down. I have trouble sometimes with my my die cutting machine putting so much pressure that it actually moves it, and when it comes out it's a little off, and I really don't like that. So one way that I have come up to kind of deal with that is by leaving some paper showing so that it's actually taped to the paper rather than to the washi tape. So you'll have to let me know if you have that issue. And sometimes it still moves a little bit anyway, so we'll see how we do. I've tried taking my shims out, but then it doesn't cut through the paper all the way, so I don't know. I just have that happen. So there we go. Right up there. All right, let's run that through. Isn't that pretty? All right, we're actually going to do this twice so that we have plenty to work with. And there we go. Looks like it did a pretty good job. Now, all of my hot foiling I did earlier in the day, so this isn't a video of hot foiling. This is really just a video of some crafty fun, just crafting together for the new year. I don't have any plan or anything like that. Just checking out these new products with you. New to me, I should say. They're not new. Some of you may already have these in your stash. And all right. I just think these are so pretty with all the colors. All right, gonna throw that away. And like I said, we're gonna do this twice just so we have plenty to work with. There is a little leaf right over here. I don't know if I'll use that or not, but go ahead and pop it out. And now I'm just going to do that one more time. Go. Now, when I have my washi tape out just a little, I like to take just a little piece of paper and all I'm going to do is attach that right there. Now that's stuck down under there, and now when I go to use this again, that's going to pull right back up, no problem. So that's how I like to do it. Alright, burnish that down a little bit just with my hands. So my family did some traveling over the holidays. We went to Indiana and had a really nice time visiting family. And then I did have Christmas here with my children and their spouses and my grandchildren before we left to go to Indiana. So very nice holidays. Towards the end, we did have a couple deaths in the family. And so we will be flying back to Indiana later this week to attend a funeral. So that's always unfortunate, but just a part of life that has to be done. So we will be doing that this week. If any of you are in the Midwest, you are experiencing really bad weather right now at this time while I'm making this video. So hopefully by the time my video airs, the bad weather will have passed and it won't be below zero where you are. But my mom and dad in Indiana are experiencing really snowy, rainy, icy, just horrendous weather right now. So I'm glad that the funeral wasn't here at this time, or I probably wouldn't be able to attend. I don't think we would try to drive in this weather. All right, there we go. We've got all of our beautiful foliage ready. So fast and easy. All right, we got our pile there. Now let's look at some other things. I have gone ahead and each of the cover plates that I showed you earlier, I've gone ahead and cut those out in a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 white paper. So we've got the stitched, and here's the floral. And on this floral, it looks like some of the centers of the flowers have come out, but I'll have to go through and kind of poke out the rest. And then here is that lovely embossing folder. Isn't that pretty? It's a good one. I think I'm going to use that a lot. Now, for the glimmer pieces that I showed you, these are some of the frames that I have made, and they are just like a nesting set. So there's all kinds of different ways that you can combine them in order to get your glimmer image. And then, of course, here's one. You can do the reverse image as well. So once I did it the first time, I got a solid hot foil plate and did it a second time. So that's why you see some of them that are solid and then some of them that are not. So I did, when I cut out the center pieces, I did save those. We may use some of those. I love this kind of midnight navy blue foil. Hopefully you can kind of see that in the light. I thought that went really well with some of our dark blue flowers. And then this one, on this gold one, and this is one of the ones I did with the negative piece. My tape made a, you know, when I was die cutting the centerpiece out, I had it taped, and this was the first one I did, and so it pulled up some of my my gold, which I really don't like that, but I'm hoping that when I get ready to do it, I can kind of camouflage that and still use it. So we'll see whether we end up using this one or not. But and then here are some of my sentiments that I went ahead and stamped. And I just chose some colors that I thought went with my flowers. So they're all Catherine Pooler. I used Glam, Queen for a Day, and Juniper Mist. And stamped a few of those sentiments from the stamp set I showed you. And then here are my butterflies. And you can see I've used a couple different colors of foil. I used a real pretty, this is like a hot pink almost. I don't know if you can see it very well in the camera, but now the Alex Siberia hot foil plates, I worked and worked and worked with them. All of these are the Glimmer products made by Spellbinder, or I'm sorry, not made by Spellbinders. These were all the Pinkfresh Studio products, and this one was Alex Siberia. And you can see, and I have no idea, I did not realize, you know, this one will work. But do you see how that gold is really solid? Where look at these. The hugs did the best, but right up there at the top, you can kind of see a bit of white. But look at this one, just all kinds of white. And I did that, oh, probably 5 or 6 times. I finally just gave up and threw my pieces away. These were the 2 best ones of the bunch. So anyway, that was a little disappointing. I don't know, you know, I mean, look how bad this one is. I mean, the S is hardly done. And I let it heat up for a long, long time. I covered it while it was heating. I tried a shim. I tried, I tried all kinds of things, and I could not get a nice glimmer piece with those. So I'll keep trying, but right now I'm thinking that I will avoid getting any more of those until I figure out a way to make them work. So, okay, here's our stuff. Let's make. I do have some, let me look at that. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. That's the wrong color. Let's see. I might have to. Go ahead and open those up. All right, so I'm going to use these as my background. And these are just card panels, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to start with this one right here. And it looks like I did cut that to 4 by 5 1/4. So we do have a bit of an outline around there, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. I thought with these colorful flowers that I would really like the white on white. So that's why I went ahead and did all my backgrounds in all white. And for the most part, I don't have a specific plan. We're just going to create as we go. Oops. Sometimes I think my inner directional thing is crooked. I don't know why I get crooked all the time. All right, I thought on this first one, I would go with this pretty blue. Go ahead and close up my glue there. And since I'm using the blue frame, I thought I would use just a few of, pull that down a bit. Let's see, does it fit better that way? It does. This just became a landscape card. my frame. Oh, you know what? We could use this purple. We might like that better. A little more of a contrast. So I hope you're smiling today. I like that sentiment. You can use that for just about anything. All right, let's see what some of these others look like. This one. Ooh, there's a pretty one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think I like it like that. And then maybe this one. All right, I think I'm liking that. I think I'll do some lifting it up, and I also pulled a few different gems, and I really liked these with the sparkly navy blue to go with this. So let's go ahead and attach this. And I think I will use a little bit of foam and lift some of that up. I can grab it over here. Oops, got it. Foam stuck to my hair. That was one of the dangers of long hair, I guess. I'm going to try to remember not to throw my scissors down, because when I watch some of my videos back, I realized my microphone over here really picks up the sound of those scissors. I was like, wow. And so, but sometimes I forget. All right. Well, it's a little bit too long. I'm glad I switched to that glam stamped sentiment. I think it looks pretty with the florals. I'm so used to doing videos live where I can interact with y'all, you know, live while I'm crafting, that it's just weird to me that I'm alone, and when I ask questions and that I don't get a response, and I have to wait and kind of read comments later. I'm not used to that. And I think I'm just going to add glue here on my frame. Oops. All right, I think I also want a little bit of foam here on the back of this. I'll use this other. Gonna get one more little piece to go right over there. Oops. All right. I can kind of use the design within the cover plate to kind of help me get that straight. And I think I want this one going where the rose is kind of aiming down towards my sentiment. All right. Well, not bad for a start. I like it. You know, I'm looking at this, and I think I like it well enough that I don't want to put the gems on it. Let's do the others, and maybe I'll come back and add some gems later. We'll see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull out another white background. All of these today are going to be white on white as far as our backgrounds go. So this is our next one, and I believe it is already cut down smaller as well. Yeah, I like that. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut it down another 1/4 inch. Bear with me here. I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch on all 4 sides. And then I want to get a small piece of gold and put a really thin gold outline. I think that'll be pretty. Because on this one, I'm going to use some of my gold frames and sentiment. We'll use that one hugs that worked, or hello, whichever one was it that worked. All right. Let me see if I have a piece of gold handy. Yeah. Out of my scrap box. sometimes have to be careful when you're on a video working with this kind of paper, because you put your head over it to get it centered and you realize everybody can see right up your nose, which is kind of a hazard of online crafting that you don't realize until you watch your video back, like, oh, that's not a nice view. And I'm just eyeballing this. We can use the paper trimmer to trim it back if we need to. All right, let's see how we did. I have a wet wipe here. I'm going to see if I can get some of that glue off real quick. Okay. Oh yes, I think that's going to look nice. Okay. All right, so let's look at some of our choices here. I definitely want to use one of the golds. So I think these big ones are too big. They cover up our frame, so that leaves us with something like this, or like our first one, something like this. All right, so let's see. If we're going to use this Hugs, then I'm not sure I want it on this. That's a little too much. So I think we're going to go with this one. And I think this time I'm going to go ahead and glue my frame flat onto the card, and then I'll pop up my flowers instead. Just to mix it up, change it. All of these cards will have a little bit of a similar look to them. And again, I'm just kind of using the design within the background to kind of help me get that somewhat centered. All right, and on this one, I definitely want to bring in all those other colors. And let's see here. Just a whole pile of them. I haven't played with these, so it's kind of checking out what all of them look like. Let's see how this one looks. Maybe I'm going to do them on different corners. I kind of get in a rut of doing them the same kind of ways. Ooh, I like that. There it is. Some of these have some little places I need to poke on out of there. What do you think of something like this, where it kind of covers up a little more of my things and has my sentiment more off to the side down here? I think I like something like that. And then let's see, do I want any of these? Kind of like that one, because I usually don't like this one, so that's not bad. I wish these leaves were the same size. I don't like that those leaves are larger in size. It's weird, the little things that can bother you. Okay. Just going to mix it up a little bit. Nope, I liked it the other way first. I don't want to drive you all crazy where it's like, all right, already glued them down. You're making me crazy, moving them all around. But all right, I think this is good. Let's go ahead and put a little foam under the flowers and under my sentiment. Most of the videos that I make, I already have a plan when I get started. But sometimes I just want to craft, you know, not really have a solid plan before I get started. I did take advantage of quite a few sales that were going on. Pinkfresh and Concord and Ninth and Spellbinders. I did purchase from all of them there around Christmas, either right before or right after. So I've got quite a large stack back here behind me of new things that I am looking forward to trying out. So hopefully some of you saw the same sales and you will enjoy seeing some ideas of what you can do with some of your new goodies, if they're new to you. All right, I'm just going to place that about right there. And right there. Now, some of the beads that I got are just these really glassy, you know, they don't really have any color to them. They're just shiny. Let's see if we like any of those. Let's set one down here. I may have to grab some gold ones, which I can do. I've got lots right behind me. Let me grab some gold. I love the Pinkfresh gems. I love the way they're in this little zippered bag. They're very easy to just pour here in my tray and then pour back in the bag. The bag has quite a bit of, you know, sturdiness to it, so you don't have problems holding it open. It closes up nice so they don't spill out. It's, I find that I like that. All right, I think I'm going to like these gold ones better. Oops. Do I have another little one? Looks like I got, oh. I've got a few more. I feel like I got all great big ones. At this rate, it's going to take me a while to make these, huh? Sorry about that. It's too big for this card. Come on. There we go. And let's see. There we go. Think about like that. Come on. There we go. Whoops. All right. All right. Well, I do like how this one turned out. It's simple, but I like the gold matting. And a bit of fuzz there. All right. 2 down. All right. So for this next one, let's go ahead and do this one. Now I'm going to go ahead and poke out the remainder of the centers of all these flowers. Whoops. I missed the flower hole and made a hole next to it, but that's going to be underneath my frame, I think. So we'll cover that up. All right. And I think I want this one to go this way since my flowers are up and down. Okay, so right now it is the white on white. I'm going to slip a piece of gold under there because I want to determine if I like seeing the gold under there. So this time I thought I would try one of these. I don't know. This seems awful big. All right, I think what I'm going to do, let me grab my dies. So here are the matching dies for this. And I think what I want to do is to cut this part off so that I can use, does that look like the right one? Maybe it needs one bigger. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's the one that I want. Well, that's going to be lots bigger. I think this will be good. All right. I'll try to use the thinnest amount of tape as I can so that I don't get it on the gold, but it may just be unavoidable. Okay, run this through the machine. Okay, pull it off really softly and okay. All right, so now we have this again, and we also have this larger one. Okay. All right, so I think what I want to do this time, I'm going to go ahead and mount some of this gold back behind, but I don't need to go all the way down. And I'll show you why. I think to about right there is good because I'm going to fill this part with flowers. I'm going to kind of do a different arrangement this time. So we'll see here how this works. Glue on there. Now we're just going to glue this all down. I've got an idea. We're going to execute it and see how it works. Oops, crooked. Put that down just a moment. Okay. So you can see here where the top part has the gold behind the flowers, but down here I'm going to fill that with my florals. So I'm thinking about putting this more towards the top and then kind of putting all of my florals that I want to use kind of down here at the bottom. Pull some of these bigger pieces in. I tend to keep reaching for the same one. So I am going to go ahead and pop that up again. Oh, you know what? On my next card, I think I want to use another blue one. I like that blue stuff. So if you've never worked with Pinkfresh Studios washi tape, I hope this video kind of helps you see what it's like. It's a very fun and fast, easy way to get your embellishments to put on your cards, but yeah, it's fun. You're still kind of doing the crafting yourself rather than just opening a pack of ephemera. I just like doing a little bit of it myself because it's fun. I'm a crafter. That's what I like to do. So I know some people prefer just opening a pack of ephemera, but not everybody. So, all right. Let's save those. Let's see here. Oh, I like this big pretty rose. Put that up there. And let's kind of tentatively use this Enjoy the Little Things. Let's see, what else have we got? Can use that, maybe coming down that way. And I am going to pop up my Enjoy the Little Things. I'm just kind of leaving it there. For now. To lay this out, I'm going to have to glue this down. That's pretty good. All right. All right. I did that one something like that. Let's see. Did this one kind of up underneath. I'm just not a fan of the way this one is shaped. It's got this weird piece that comes off, and I don't know. It's hard for me to position it. But I do like this one. I think it's very pretty. So when in doubt, just go ahead and trim it off of there. There we go. I think I'll like it better now. Yeah. So if that one is about right there. Maybe something along this line. Okay, and then our Enjoy the Little Things. Right? I think I kind of like that. I'm sure I'll have to fuss with it a little more as we go, but I think I'm liking that composition. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this one in place. Let me turn it just a little more. Okay. Okay. My foam under this is keeping this from going up as far as I want it to go, so I'm just going to trim that off so I can position that where I want it. I think that's going to be good. Try something. No. Definitely need it more this way. And then this one over the top. Okay, well, like that. Okay, getting there. All right, now I'm going to add my foam on the back of this piece, which might be a tad tricky because there's very little room. It's too long. There we go. Just getting these little bitty pieces to put on these little thin parts. Probably this one would have been better to just cut multiples and layer them, but I didn't do that, so we're doing it this way. Okay. How to do it. All right. All right. Oh, I like that one. What do you think? I think that's pretty. I thought about maybe trying, putting a little piece up at the top, but I think that kind of throws off the balance. And again, I just don't. If this was just a tad smaller, it's like a bit overwhelming. I don't know. Not going to do it. All right. Set that one aside. And now we are ready for the one that is an embossing folder. Isn't that beautiful? I really, really like this embossing folder. So I do think I'll need to trim this one down, or perhaps we'll just leave it full. Let's kind of work with it and see. And when I made this frame, this one edge, it shifted in my glimmer, and so it didn't pick that up. So I am determined to kind of cover that up, similar to how we did the other one. But I kind of want to cover up the pinks and keep it blue. And this one says, I hope you're smiling today. What do we think? I don't know. We're going to have to play around. right, I am going to go ahead and trim this. I don't like that going all the way. Oh, yeah. This navy blue foil is from Deco Foil. It's one of their hot foil rolls in the Deco Foil line. I don't know if I remember to tell you that or not. Just throwing some of that away. All right. So this one says, just because you're my friend, but if we use that one, we're going to have to turn it the other way because it's a little bit bigger. Although we could offset it. There's no rule that says you have to. Let's kind of put it this side and see what it looks like with our foliage down one side. That's a little different. See. I thought I should have one more of those. I guess I used it on another card. Yeah, I used it on the first one? Yep, I sure did. Okay, well, we don't have one of those. Oops. What do we think? It covers up most of my frame, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm kind of liking it. All right, let's go ahead and just start attaching. And I do want these popped up. This is our last card today. I hope you also see how these glimmer hexagon frames kind of work and make a fun kind of frame for your florals. If you like doing that kind of thing. Now, if you're not a person that likes glimmer, just the dies would come in very handy to make frames just out of black or gold or brown, or you could, or white. You could just make frames without the glimmer part, and those dies would still come in very handy. And really any kind of nested dies you can do that kind of thing with. I think I'm just going to set it here for now. I'm not going to glue it down. And I'm only going to attach it right here so that I can still, I can still lift it up to tuck things underneath. I think I need it turned a little bit. this one, I'm going to tuck up underneath like this. So it's kind of hanging down. I'm going to try switching these two and see if I like that. I think it looks a little top heavy. I do. I think I like that better. All right. And all right, we're getting there. Okay, I'm gonna put some foam on this. We won't need it everywhere, just on a couple places. So most of it's going to be up on that frame. And on this one, I do think I'm going to put a little, some of those navy blue gems just to try them out. Let's see, move that over just a tad. All right, let's see here. The gold one's back in the bag. Two different sizes here. That's a good one. All right, what do you think? I like it. I see one thing that I want to do. You're like, Carrie, just stop. I'm like, no, I can't. All right, I'm going to trim off this little leaf right here. And maybe just right up in there, I want that because it just looked unbalanced to me. And I'm going to have it down, not up. Like, just going to tuck that up under there. There we go. Now it looks nice and balanced to me. I love it. This might be my favorite one. All right, let's go ahead and clean up the trash a little bit. And you know what? I totally forgot to add the butterflies, you guys. I did. Let's go back through and look at them, see if there's any place that we want to add a butterfly. And if we don't, that's okay. But I did make butterflies, and I totally forgot to use them. Definitely on this one, it does not need a butterfly. Let's see. So we have this one. Let's get some of this trash out of the way. Now, let me get a smaller butterfly. So it would look something like this. Now some of these others might need a butterfly, so we'll stay open-minded here on the butterflies. Okay, maybe a little bit smaller one. That one looks a little large. Let's dump them out here where we can see them. We also have this little one that's kind of a half butterfly. He is not all bad. I don't think we have a half butterfly flying the other direction, so the only way we could do this half butterfly is if he's going this way. Yeah, I think. All right, do you have any thoughts on butterflies? Let me try this one over here. I wish he was going the other way. Like if I could put him like right here. I like him better going the other way. Let's see. Now he's a great big one. He's a little too big, I think. Whoops. All right, I think I'm going to just add the one butterfly on the one, and I'm going to leave the others alone because I like them. But I do kind of like this one up here. I think the sentiment of enjoy the little things, of course flowers are little things, but I think the butterfly adds to the little things. So I feel like it's more appropriate on this card. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my fingernails and kind of fold up on either side of his body. And then kind of just press on the back to kind of curl those a bit. And I'm just going to add my glue right on his body. Whoops. My glue got a little clogged on me. There we go. All right, now we'll just add it right here on his body. We're going to attach him right over here. On this one, I felt like with the gems, the butterfly just took away. Now this one, I'm going to lay down a couple of gems, see if we like them. I think it's a little crowded in there, so I don't know that it needs it. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it adds anything. I don't think it needs it. I just like the simplicity of the way it is. So, all right, there are our 4 cards today using my brand new cover plates and washi tape from Pinkfresh Studios. So I hope that you like all of them. I hope it gave you some ideas if you have washi tape from Pinkfresh in your stash or any of these fun glimmer nested frames. I really like how they all turned out. I'm very pleased. So, all right, I'm going to switch my camera back real quick. Thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to crafting with you in 2025. I have a whole craft room full of like amazing stuff, and I'm just going to be playing with it and sharing it with you. And I love it when you comment. If you like the content, do subscribe, give a thumbs up, and comments. All those things help tremendously. And have a great new year. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.